Hi everyone, welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I have been so busy. This is the time of year that I love so much because it's Advent knitting, and there are so many wonderful patterns out there right now just to knit and get your hands on, and I have had a very hard time limiting myself to just a few that I can knit because I want to do every one of them that I've seen. I've seen Advent socks, I've seen Advent scarves, I've seen Advent cows, I've seen Advent blankets, wraps, everything. And I want to knit all of them because they're all so cute and fun, and it's fun to knit with, well, it's fun for me to knit with other people and see their progress, see how their project turns out in a different yarn and beads, and is something I truly enjoy. I've been waiting all year long for this one project that I'm going to show you. I should have worn the stole, but I just showed you my last project video. Just a couple of days ago, I showed you the Advent Calendar Stole from 2019. Loved that project, and I could hardly wait all year long for the 2020 version, which just started December the 1st. And I'm going to show you, we've done the first two clues. And before I get into that, though, I want to talk a little bit about another project I've been working on. I've mentioned this in my last WAYK update. It's called the Ninfea Stellata. I'll do it while I'm not opening a bag. And I'm almost done with it. Last time I showed you guys, I think I was on chart B. Well, I'm almost finished with it. It's gotten this big. It's pretty big and very lacy, and there are beads on there. I don't know if you can see. If I hold it still, you can see. Maybe that's a good section for a bead. You can see I use beads that match the yarn really well. This yarn is called Oil Slick, and it's by Diana Dye. It's a sea silk, sea cell silk blend. Beautiful. It's so soft, slick. First time I've ever knit with it. I have this much yarn left, and I have 8 rows left. I'm almost done. I've got 8 more rows left to do this. They're pretty long rows, though. It's like over almost 600 stitches from end to end, but I've got 6 more rows to squeeze it in, and this project ends on December the 15th. It is December the 5th today, and I don't know if I'm going to finish because I got all this other Advent stuff going on. So if I don't finish, I have enjoyed the knit. And this is the one where I think I mentioned last time that the chart was written in a way that I'm not used to. And I learned a lot. So, you know, stretch yourself while you're knitting. That's my words of wisdom, that you would stretch yourself and do projects that you're not used to doing, or might be a little bit different than what you're used to doing. And I think it would, you know, you always learn something new. I learned a lot of new things on this one for sure. But I'm almost done with that, so maybe by the next WAYK update, I will have it done. The next big WAYK update. Okay, so I was talking a little bit about this Advent project that I'm working on. It is called the MKAL, which stands for Mystery Knit Along, Advent Stole 2020, and the pattern is by Brigit Kok, K-O-K. I will put all of the information about every one of these projects down in the description below that can link you to the project page in Ravelry. I'll also put my project page in Ravelry if you're interested in finding a little bit more about what yarn I'm using. I'm pretty good about linking to the yarns I'm using, what needle sizes I used, any other important notes. I try to write them down in my descriptions on my project pages in Ravelry. So if you want to check those out, I always put those down in the description below. So if you're interested in that, what yarn did she say? I can't understand her weird accent. Just check out the link. All right, So this project started on December the 1st, and I decided I was going to use the Manos del Uruguay, Spanish, Fino yarn, and I'm using Silver Tea set. That's the yarn, and I decided to go ahead and use, I couldn't decide between red, green, or silver beads, and I decided with some help from my friends in the Never Enough Lace group, which is hosting this, to do red and green. And my husband also helped me decide to go ahead and go with the red and green and just make this a truly Christmas stole. Anyway, you start with a picot cast on. My project's rolling a little bit, but you can see these picot cast ons, and I alternated red and green. Try to keep it still so it'll focus on it. Don't want to show you the back side either. So you start with a picot cast on, and then the first clue was called Stained Glass, and this is what it ended up looking like. Just a cute little easy lace pattern. Lots of yarn overs, ends up in a diamond shaped pattern. And then you have to change needle sizes, and you do this section where she calls an interlude. And basically it's where you gather the stitches together and put beads in there. And I alternated the beads there as well. I used red and green alternating to match the picot cast on that I started. And I'm going to do this throughout the whole thing. This project is a series of 12 clues, and each clue will be a different stitch pattern, and at the end you have a long rectangular stole that you can wear, you know, to Christmas Eve church or, you know, anywhere. And this one will be, since I did the red and green, will definitely be Christmas themed. The one I did last year, which you just saw in that video a couple of videos ago, it was a silvery beige, and it had the same match beads, so that one I can wear all year long. So that's the advantage of doing Christmas versus something that you can wear all year long. This is clue 2, and it's called Christmas Garland, and this one has lots of beautiful cables, as you can see. I love the cabling, and this was really easy cabling. You know, I did use a small cable needle at first. I used this. I like this design because I can put the stitches on here and they don't slide off down here and hold them, and they don't slide off. That's just probably my favorite design for a cable needle. But after I did that a few times, I started just manipulating the stitches myself, and I would pinch it, hold it, and switch them, and then knit them, because instead of fiddling with that cable needle, because these cables were just a series of ones, so you just had to twist the 2 stitches, you know, and then knit them. So it was very easy cabling, and love the look of it. And then again, here's this interlude pattern where I alternated the red and green beads. And we just got day 3 clue, like at midnight last night. And I happened to be up. My husband was working late, and I happened to be up, so I went ahead and started. And now I have a dilemma because you have these stitches here. I'll talk about it again when I start talking about clue 3. But you have these 5 stitches, and you have to wrap them. And I kind of peeked at the, they have spoilers, and I think I wrapped my stitches too tight. I think I wrapped them too loose. She told you not to wrap them too tight. And I think in my mind, I think I wrapped them too loosely, because when I looked at the spoilers, they were pretty cinched in, and it creates a better diagonal. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to undo this or not. I did ask for opinions in the Never Enough Lace group. And see, that's the great thing about doing a mystery knit along. You can ask other people who are doing the same thing you're doing. What would you do? I mean, you're doing this along with me. What would you do? Would you rip this out, or would you keep on going? And I'm on the fence. I don't want to rip it out because I always end up making a mistake. But I think I'm going to. I don't know. What would you guys do? Would you think it's too loose? It's supposed to be a little bit more cinched in. So I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But this is days 1 and 2, and there is still enough time for you guys to jump in and join us. She gives clues every 2 days, and it's up till the 23rd. And if you guys, you know, she does charge for the pattern. If you guys can't afford the pattern, I know things are kind of weird this year, just give me a comment below and I will, or message me privately, and I would be glad to help you get the pattern, because I would love for you to knit this along with us. It's a lot of fun. It's a lace pattern. You get to learn new patterns, and you don't get tired of it because the pattern changes every 2 days. You're doing something different. So I think that's maybe why I like it the most, is I get bored doing the same thing over and over again. And so with the pattern switching up, it makes it more fun for me and more entertaining. Okay, I think what I'm going to start doing with my channel is I think I'm going to start doing each one of these clues with its own video. Like, this is day 1 and day 2. I won't go back and redo that, but I think I'll start with day 3 and do it, or day 3 and day 4 and do a video. I haven't decided, but I'm putting it out there. If you guys would like that, maybe let me know. Give me a comment and tell me if you'd be interested in doing something like that, versus me just doing a finished product at the end and talking about it. I could talk about it as I go along, which might be more fun. It'd be fun for me. It might be fun for you to hear. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Okay. But I do love this yarn. This Ninfea Stellata Fino yarn. Oh my goodness. This yarn is amazing. The stitch definition on it. I've knitted this yarn before. I knitted a Rami Hill shawl. It was her mystery knit along from 2018, 2017. Give me 1 second. I have my project pages open over here. I can tell you, I've knitted more than I realize sometimes. Okay, this is taking too long. It's the Springforth shawl. I knitted her Springforth shawl in this yarn and loved it. It has really, it's got enough wool in there. It's wool and silk blend. It's got enough, so it's not scratchy, but it's soft with the silk. But it's got enough wool to hold the stitch and really have good stitch definition. The next thing I want to talk about, the next Advent knitting mystery knit along that I want to participate in. I would love for you to join me. It's called, and my printer's going out of ink, Starsight, and it's by Lily Go. So forgive this printout, it's kind of bad, but it's called Starsight. It's a cowl. It's a lace cowl with beads. She's recommending it can be done in fingering, DK, or worsted weight. So you probably have something in your stash that would work. You don't have to worry about going out and trying to find some yarn here at the last minute, and with all the Christmas shopping going on, everything is being delayed. So I found these 2 skeins of DK weight, which is odd. I usually don't have DK weight, but I'm going to use this yarn here. And this is, you can see it's got the blue tint. It's got blue speckles in it, and it's Lioness Arts Exquisite DK. It's 70% baby alpaca, 20% silk, and 10% cashmere. It's really nice. Oh, this is going to make a lovely cowl. And anyway, you can see it has blue speckles in it, and I decided to have these blue beads in my stash. I had those in my stash, and I think they match perfectly. So this is what I'm going to be knitting my cowl in. And I'm not going to make the largest size because I don't have enough yarn. To make the largest size, you need like 445 yards. I have like 479, and I knit a little bit loosely, so I'm worried that I might run out if I make the largest size. So I think I'm going to take it back and knit the next to the largest size. She's got 8 sizes on this thing, so you can knit really small to really large. It just depends on what yarn you have and what you like. I kind of like to do a large thing and wrap it around my neck, kind of like this. I just like for them to be big and loose and wrap them around my neck several times. This, by the way, is a shawl I knitted earlier this year. This was Rami Hill. I did 2 Rami Hill mystery knit alongs at the same time, and this was one of the ones I knitted earlier this year. You guys have seen it. I've done a video on it, but I thought it went nicely with my sweatshirt. Yes, I'm wearing a sweatshirt and a shawl. I know, I'm weird. Okay, that's that. The other thing about the Starsight, it starts on December the 10th and goes to December the 17th. So it's 7 days. Every day you get a clue on how to knit this, but I think it'll go pretty fast, and I think that you don't have to finish it by the 17th, but those are the days you get the clues. I think we have a month to knit it. I don't think she does prizes. I think prizes is only in the Never Enough Lace group. Anyway, it'll just be a lot of fun. I'm excited to knit with this yarn. I've had this yarn for a while and haven't found a project for it, so I'm excited. I think it'll be really pretty. So I'm excited about that. I need to wind my yarn. The other thing that I had, the next thing I want to talk about that I think is very exciting is that this week it was announced by Stephen West that he's going to host some knitting in December, and he's calling this the Hyper Knit Along. And it starts December the 26th, so it starts the day after Christmas. And what he's doing with his pattern, he has 2 shawls, 2 different designs. And he picked it's a 4-color shawl. So you have to pick 4 colors. It looks like the kits that he's putting together that he sells out of his yarn store are kind of like a gradient, like a light to dark pattern in them. But I think what I'm going to do, since there's going to be 2 designs, this is not going to be a mystery. So on December the 26th, you will know what the pattern looks like. So that'll also help me decide if I am going to knit 2. But there's a circular shaped shawl and there's a triangular shaped shawl. And I've got 2 different sets of yarns that I might use and I might proceed. So this is what I'm thinking about. I have this plucky gradient in my stash that I think would be perfect. It's actually 5 skeins. I pulled one of them out. These are the 4 I think I'm going to use because there's enough variation between them that I think it'll be really good. It's a plucky gradient, micro batch gradient. And here's the other skein. I won't pull it out, but it was kind of in the middle like this. And you need 400 yard skeins, and actually 394 yard skeins. I remember that. And this is 385 yards, so I'm hoping I have enough yarn. If I run out, that might be a pain, but I'm going to give it a go. I have a lot of pink in my stash, so I might be able to match some yarn to this if I do run out. I might have something that might work, like on the wrong side rows. That wouldn't be that noticeable. We'll just see how it goes. So that's one thing I'm going to be knitting on after Christmas, and I would love for you to join me. The other shawl that I might knit in that same pattern, but the different shape, is going to be totally different. Instead of a gradient, I picked a bunch of different skeins out of my stash. I thought I would start with this main color. You need a main color. You can do dark or light. This is Madeline Tosh Merino Light in Ceremony. I love this dark blue. It's just to die for. I've used it before in my Hug Shot shawl. And I'm going to use another color, the other color I used in my Hug Shot shawl because I thought they were just amazing together. This is Madeline Tosh Merino Light and Electric Rainbow. I thought that they looked so good together, and I'm going to use it again as one of my colors. Now the other color I'm going to use, I have 2 other colors, and I've got 2 other skeins of plucky yarn I'm going to probably pair with this. I'm going to do all of these together. This is what it looks like. This pink is called Sweet Retreat, and this blue is called Polar Dip. And I think these would be really cool together. All these colors are in the Electric Rainbow, and I think that would just be really nice together. So I may knit all this together if I like the design. And it's totally different than the pink gradient I have. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about using some of this yarn from my stash because I have all these little niblets left over from when I did it and like an extra skein. So I'm excited about using these up and, you know, using what I have in my stash. Because my stash has gotten too big and it needs to be dwindled down. I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that. I've got too much yarn. Alright, the other thing for December that I was going to do a painting waves shawl, and I have such a beautiful, beautiful palette of yarn picked out for that. But with all this other stuff, I don't think I'm going to get to that. So I think I will talk about that another time, but I did want to mention it because when you go to my project page, you will see it. I just don't have time to do it. The other Advent knitting that I want to do, I signed up for this like a month ago when it was announced, is the Boo Knits. She's going to be doing a mystery knit along called Color Me. 12 Days of Christmas Mystery Knit Along. And it also starts December the 26th, the same day as the Stephen West. I know, that would be 3 things going at the same time. I don't know if I can handle that. Let me get my yarn for that real quick and show you what I was going to do. I think I've already showed you guys this, but I'm using yarn again for my stash. She called for a DK weight or worsted weight, and I've got all this yarn in my stash. I'm going to be using Knit Picks City Tweed. I've got this color, which is Kitten. It's like a beige color. Then I've got a light gray, which is called Harbor Seal. That's this. And then I've got a pink color, which is Primrose. And then I'm going to show you these all side by side. And then my last color is this darker gray, which almost looks blue, which is Porpoise. So these are going to all be like this here. And Kitten. Alright, so this is what, if I can hold them all together here. This is what I want to do for that. So that's going to be the Boo Knits Mystery Knit Along, 12 Days of Knitmas, and it's going to be 12, I think, 12 clues? The 12 days after Christmas, so starting December the 26th and going on into January. And that will be fun. And I think it's not going to be quite so lacy, so it'll be, but it will be a wrap of some sort. Anyway, so that is all the knitting I'm going to be doing for December. Way more than I probably will be able to handle. Excuse me. And I hope I can keep up with it. I don't know if I will be able to, but I'm going to give it a go. There's so much more I would love to do. I mean, like I said, I saw some really cute Advent sock patterns I would love to try. And there's another one I love that's called Adventure Gnoming, which does, you end up making this cute little gnome. And it's already, that one's already started, but it's only like a few clues in, so you could get caught up. And after you finish, you get this cute little, you know, Santa gnome, elf-looking thing that you can use for Christmas, so, or any other time. You can make that and create little stories for your kids, your grandkids. Be adorable. Okay. Let me put some of this stuff away. Sorry, I got so many bags of yarn over here. I just wanted you guys to see all of this, and I'm running out of room over here, so forgive me for that. Moving out of frame for a second. Alright, I think that's all I have to talk about. That's a lot, though. It's a lot of knitting. The last thing I wanted to talk about, and I've been promising you guys, if you follow me on Instagram and also in the other WAYK videos, the last 2 WAYK videos, I said I would be doing a giveaway this time. Give me 1 second. Yarn offerings I've had from Jimmy Bean's Wools. I have those Sock Club yarn offerings with a pattern and the cute little notions that come with it. You get to pick which one you want. There's 4 of them. I got 2 for the last 2 months, and you get to pick which one you want, and I'm going to send that to you. And that's like a $45 value, so it's like $100. This is almost $100 value gift this month since it's Christmas, and I wanted to do that for you guys, especially because you hung in there with me on this. Hey Brian, can you come draw a name for me? Yes. Okay, so he's coming to draw a name. I'm going to shake this up really good. As you can see, I kind of made sure that all of them are the same size. I had some that weren't the same size and some that were. Shake them up really good. I can shake this a lot easier than I can that bowl, so forgive me that you can't really see them.
Cool, magician's hat.
I know, the magician's hat. This is Frosty's hat with magic in it.
Oh.
Okay, there you go. Throw me a name.
All right. So there's no rabbit in here. So is this like where? Okay. Okay. Nothing in the hat. Oh, my bad. So you want me to be more like Vanna White. I'm just supposed to come in and look pretty.
I don't care what you do.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Nice form.
Oh, here. Don't look. Don't look. And then, okay, just got one. Okay.
Okay, do me a favor. Okay, this is
I'm way overpaid if I'm
Connie Langley. Congratulations, Connie! You won.
Yay, Connie!
We're so excited. I will be contacting you. Hey, wait.
Yes.
In the spirit of Christmas, we're going to draw 2 names. Draw me another name.
Oh, Vanna White has a name.
Yep.
Let me draw another name.
We're gonna give away another sock club offering.
So do I get like a bonus check for this?
Yep, you get a bonus check. Okay, so the second winner, who's gonna get a choice, you get to pick whatever's left of this Jimmy Bean Will's yarn offering that Connie doesn't pick, is Dusty Cat. Yay!
Yay, Dusty! Go, Dusty!
We are so happy for you. I will be contacting both of you and letting you know that you won. And I'm so excited. Thank you for being a subscriber to my channel. We really appreciate you. And we hope that you guys are having the merriest Christmas, the merriest month of December, getting excited about Christmas and not letting all the stuff of the world bring you down, but having peace and joy and warmth in your heart and spreading kindness to everyone. You know, having gratitude in your heart for things that you do have and not focusing on the negativity of this world can change your whole perspective. I know when I get to thinking about things I don't have, I try to think about the things that I do have. And it just makes me feel so much better because I know that I have so much. I'm so very blessed. So anyway, I hope that you guys have a wonderful December. And please don't hesitate to put comments below. Interact with me. I love reading your comments. I love hearing questions. I love helping people out. I would love if you knit along with me on some of these things. Show me your yarn. We can chat on Ravelry. I don't really have a way to chat with you on YouTube in a private session, but you can chat with me on YouTube as well. I don't mind doing that, whatever you want. But thank you for being subscribers to my channel, and I hope you guys all have a very blessed and wonderful day. Thank you.